Hi, I'm back. I want to talk a little more about awareness. It's a somewhat complicated subject, I guess. And it seems like it would be very simple because, like I said earlier, it's just, me here being aware. I mean, it's very simple. However, it's more involved than that. And that's what I want to go in a bit today. We hear a lot about enlightenment. Some of you out there who are maybe watching this have been on a path for a long time to become enlightened. And there's all kinds of teachings, on that subject. I mean, books, the library, the bookstores are filled, overflowing with on how to become enlightened. And many of us have stocked our shelves at home, just full of them, and read them and pored over them and wondered, why can't I become enlightened? I want to be enlightened. Well, what's so very funny about all this is being enlightened is being aware. And we have awareness. Right now I'm aware I'm talking to you. And you're aware you're watching this. But it's the heightened awareness that we miss out on. And that is very difficult and subtle to talk about. And I'm going to attempt to talk about it right now. In my other little short clip, I was talking about reacting versus responding. And in our lives, it seems, I should say, to me, responding is being conscious of what you're saying. You're really conscious of what you're doing, very conscious of it. And rather than reacting. Reacting is when we just react from conditioning, from our gut, not from our gut, but from our personality, from what we've learned, our learned behavior. We just react from it. If you teach a child, you say to a child, I don't want you to ever hit anybody, and you're hitting the child, well, you are unconsciously teaching the child to hit. So later on, he reacts from that conditioning. He may hit somebody as a way of getting what he wants, or not even bringing any awareness at all to it. He just hits. That's how he responds. That's how he lives. He lives through getting what he wants through hitting. And this is what we are trying to change here through awareness. We're trying to be more aware and more conscious of what we do. So, I guess all this depends on how tired you are of your life. I think sometimes people get so worn out with their lives that they look for answers. And I think many of us on the path of enlightenment, we think there has got to be a better way. I think Einstein actually said this, and that is that what is the meaning of insanity? Well, insanity is repeating the same behavior over and over and getting the same results. We all hear that, and yet we do it. We do it through conditioning. So what a relief it is to think there's a way out of all this. And there really is. And that's through awareness. Now, in a relationship, when you're with a spouse or a partner or living with someone or at work, wherever it may be, just a relationship, you find that the people you're relating with are very different from you. So you have all kinds of things come up that you don't agree with. And the golden opportunity is to bring this heightened awareness to the foreground. That is where it happens, is in relationship. Oh my God, does it ever. You have opportunity after opportunity to stop the motor, stop the conditioned response, stop the hitting, stop the bad mouthing, the cursing, the slamming doors, the throwing things, the stomping out of the room, just all the stuff that you may do in order to solve your problem. You just react and you go, damn it, this is the way I'm going to do it. Oops, pardon my French, but this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm just not going to have it any other way. So you leave a lot of destruction in your wake. You just constantly are leaving destruction behind you wherever you go. And hard feelings and sadness and just, a mess. So in order to stop all that, to stop the insanity, one has got to realize the value of being just a little more alert, a little more enlightened, a little more aware. And it takes work. It doesn't happen. It's not something you just get, free, without a prize. You have to work for it. You have to want something different for your life. I mean, really deep down, you have got to want things to turn out differently. And so you have to become like a little more aware. In other words, if, like I said in the other tape, if someone says something to you that is nasty, instead of reacting, you have got to say how quickly. We think very quickly. We know better. Honestly, we do know better. Inside of us, we know the way we should respond or what would be more harmonious. But we go down that old conditioned pathway so quickly, that neural pathway that takes us down the groove right into the same old stuff with the same old outcome. So we do know better. There's a still small voice, some people call it that tells us that what really we should be doing right now. But somehow we override that. It's like, but it's so comfortable to do it the old way. And it's just so close to me. I understand that. But to stop and say, now is the time where I need to pay attention. Now is the time where I need to be in control. And it's really weird. It's like two of us talking here. There's you, and then there's that awareness that behaves a certain way all the time, reacting all over the place. And then there's that you that kind of sees it. It's a muscle that is unused, and that is what I'm talking about. It's that you that knows better. We have to give it more strength. And the only way we can do that is to stop and let it come up. And this only takes seconds to let it come up and go, oh my God, I want things to be different. I really want things to be different. So I'm going to choose differently here. I'm either going to be quiet, not say anything, or bring something that's healing to, or even say, could we just wait a minute on this because I need some time to think. Just slow down and allow a little bit of space. And I'll tell you, quite often what will enter into that space is wisdom. It's something you didn't even know you had in you. It's wisdom. It will actually surface. And who knows where that wisdom comes from? That's another story altogether. But it comes from somewhere. You can say it comes from out there. Some people could say the universe, God. But there's a wisdom that's walking within you, alongside you, in you, all the time. But it's always crushed by our insistence, the personality. That's it. And, oh, this is a whole new subject. I'll be back.